Hello, how's everybody doing? Hey, how's everybody doing? Alright, I'm going to try to record on this other device, see how it comes out. Yeah, today I want to talk about some, let me go ahead and look here in my notes. Yeah, today I want to talk about a few things. One of them is that, people are just stuck in their unhealthy ways, and they try to bring you down. Like, some of these vegan people, man, like, before I would say, like, cruel things to them, but lately I've been, like, trying to, not be so mean. But these people are just, like, really, like, these people are, like, really offensive. Like, they just, like, their comments are really, like mean, but, like, and, before I was a little cruel to them myself, but, lately I'm just, like, cool about it, and it's because, they're stuck in their unhealthy ways, and they try to bring you down. And it's crazy how, man, like, even, and it's funny because even some of my snaker buddies, I'm starting to realize that they're they fast and everything. And I actually made a video because I made a video yesterday about how like, explaining some of the terms that I use, because I know a lot of times I might say snakers, and so I actually made a video on that. Snakers is like people that do the snake diet. So even sometimes my snaker buddies are, like, stuck in their, like, unhealthy ways. They fast, and they've done, like, good. They've self-developed themselves to a certain extent, but then they're still, like, stuck in their unhealthy ways. Like, for example, this other guy that he was telling me that I was trying to, I basically challenged him because he was gonna quit smoking weed for a couple days. So I challenged him to go on a 30-day raw carnivore refeed and on a 30-day cleanse from marijuana. And it's like people, and it's like he's using all these, like, basically nonsense excuses, and he's like, he was telling me that it's funny what they say. He was saying that raw meat gave him inflammation, digestive inflammation. Like, I don't even know what that means, but I guess that raw meat gave him inflammation, and, like, that he couldn't digest it. And it's like, this makes no sense. It's like raw meat is, like, so, it's basically, like, the best thing that we can eat for it digests so, like, naturally. Like, it just, like, the digestion of raw meat is amazing. So it didn't even make any sense what he said. And this is crazy because this is, like, a snaker, like, like, he, like, I've actually looked up to this guy, and and he tells me this. So it's like, it's, people are just stuck in their unhealthy ways. And it's funny because last night I was watching this Sean Baker dude. He was on a podcast on the Joe Rogan show, I guess. What's his name? Joe Rogan, right? The dude that does the podcast. And it was crazy how how the Sean Baker guy, I didn't know he was a doctor. I thought he was, like, a weightlifter, but it was like a 2-hour podcast, and I watched most of it. And it's funny how, like, these people are, like, really bright people, man. Like, this dude's like an actual, like, doctor, like, like, he went to med school and everything. Like, he's he's like a surgeon. And he was like, talking about his how he became because the dude Sean Baker's he's actually he's like one of the big promoters of the carnivore diet. But the thing is that he eats cooked meat, right? And actually, I don't want to go too much into details about the cooked meat, but I believe that eating too much cooked meat is carcinogenic. I'm not going to go into details yet because I haven't done research on it, but I believe it is. Because, it only makes sense if you take meat, or if you take something whenever you cook it. In some cases it does help digestion, but in other cases, like with meat, it just takes away. I already know it takes, like, half of the nutrients. But then also it's because you're, you know, when you cook it, it's like you're killing it, so it does become carcinogenic. But you know, I don't want to go into details because I haven't done a lot of research on it. But anywho, so you know, even in people that go on these cooked carnivore diets, like they get amazing results. I mean, this is how good raw meat is. Like it's just amazing how you know how beneficial it is for your health. And you know, and sometimes I'll watch some of these videos from Vegan Gains, and like Vegan Gains, like this guy is like, oh my god, like he's always debating like the carnivores. And it's like all his excuses are like, you know, he's like a little kid, like trying to prove that, like, you know, and it's just, he makes no sense whatsoever. So, you know, at the end of the story, you know, and I mean, I think, and honestly, I think that a lot of these vegan YouTubers, like, they just keep, I'm sure they know that veganism is unhealthy, but they're just doing it because they already have so many followers that, like, they're just, you know, like, and they're making money off of the, you know, off of the views. So they don't know how to, yeah, they're just in denial. But they, you know, I mean, these people know, like, you know, they've been so many years on these vegan diets that I'm sure that, you know, that they don't feel good eating vegan, and they're still, like, promoting veganism. So it's just crazy. And, you know, and I also think that people are just afraid, man, like, a lot of these people are telling me, like, you know, and it's like, I've done a lot of research on this, and I mean, I actually know what I'm doing. And they're talking about bacteria, like, I did a video on bacteria and parasites, and it's like they're afraid of, like, raw food, and, you know, and they keep saying, like, oh, you're gonna get sick, and, you know, and it's like, it makes no sense, because it like, you know, and I've made videos on this, like, I made a video on bacteria, I made a video on parasites. So, you know, at the end of the day, it just comes down to, you know, people are just stuck on their unhealthy ways, and they're afraid too, man. Like, people are afraid, like, you know, we've been so brainwashed that, you know, people are just, like, so afraid to try things. And it's like, you know, I would suggest that everybody just do research and just try things, man, you know? Like, just try different things, because once you try them, like, I've tried different things, like, I've never went, like, completely vegan, but I went plant-based for some time just to try it, and it actually, like, it wasn't that bad, like, you know, actually, like, it helped me, because, it, you know, plants do cleanse you, you know, and it's like, these people are just afraid, man, they're like they don't want to try anything, because they're just so scared that they're gonna, you know, and it's like, stop being afraid and just try new things. And yeah, and they're just stuck, like, you know, they're like really unhealthy, and they don't want to try new things, and it's like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, if you see what, you know, people see that whatever they're doing isn't working, and they're still sticking to it, and it's like, if it's not working, try other things, you know, maybe something else will work. Alright, so yeah, you know, that's the video. That's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you for watching.